So if it feels wrong, take a break, pull yourself out, have a drink of water, rejoin us when you're ready. Do as much or as little as you would like, and if you want to spend the next 45 minutes lying on your back on the mat, then you are very welcome. If there are any pregnant ladies joining me today, as always, you are also welcome to stay. Just make sure no twists through the spine. It restricts the airflow to the fetus, and making sure you do nothing on your belly past the first trimester, and that you've got a cushion handy to pop underneath your head and your neck if we do anything lying supine. Other than that, make sure that you've got enough space around you that you're not going to feel too cramped doing the class. You're not going to smash into walls or windows. If you haven't got a mat, don't worry, you absolutely don't need one. You can use the carpet, you can use a blanket, whatever you need. When you're ready, you're just going to bring yourself down onto the mat. We're going to start lying down today. Palms open at your side. Feet falling open. Feel yourself melt down into the mat. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand the abdomen. Sending all of that air down towards the bottom of your lungs. Filling them like a glass all the way to the top. And as you exhale, reverse the breath. Draw the navel in towards the spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. Start to tune out all your outside surroundings. Tuning out all your thoughts and worries. Tuning into your breath. Focusing in on that slow and steady rise and fall. Feeling your breath wash through you on the inhale as though it's cleansing you from the inside out. Exhale, you release navel to spine. With every breath, start to feel yourself melt deeper into the mat, lengthening on the inhale. Exhale, sink into the ground. Let's start to check in with our key tension points, the places we tend to hold stress. And they always happen to be very subtle ways. Maybe we don't even realize we're doing it. So draw those shoulders down away from the ears, pulling them down your spine, neck long. And starting to soften your facial features, letting go of any tension, making sure you're not frowning unnecessarily. Unlocking the jaw, unclenching the back teeth, and drawing the tongue down away from the roof of your mouth. Just gently breathing into those areas. Notice the difference in how you feel when you let go of those key tension points. The jaw is probably the one that we do the most and the most subtly. And it's really linked, if you're clenching your jaw, locking those back teeth, it can be linked to headaches, neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain. So as you're going about your day, just try and check in, make sure you're not clenching those back teeth or drawing the tongue up to the roof of your mouth. Just let go of those areas. Let's start to take an imaginary broom and just sweep our mind clear of any clutter, any wandering thoughts, leaving our mind empty, blank space, for our air to gently rush in and out of. Breathe into your body, and on your next inhale, we're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Tuck the knee in tightly, pulling that knee in towards you and stretching the front of your thigh, your hamstring, really gently. Deep breath, we inhale. Exhale to pull the knee in even closer. And maybe you start to rotate your ankle here, sending it both ways. Wiggling your toes as you go. We're going to start gently to get into every corner of our body. Just waking up the limbs as we go. Giving those ankles a little roll. Wiggling the toes. Really nice. Next deep breath, start to drop that right knee open to the side, pulling the knee open so you're opening up the hip. Use your left hand to push on the left hip bone, keeping your spine flat on the mat. And if you're happy here, that's lovely, just opening your hip. And if you want to go further, take your fingers around your big toe and start to straighten the leg, getting into your hamstring as well as your hip. Remember to keep your spine flat. I want you to keep the spine glued to the mat and keep the pelvis neutral. So use that left hand to really push down on the hip bone. Keep those hips nice and aligned. Try to look for any sign of that left hip lifting off the mat at all. Deep breath, we inhale. Exhale, dropping that right leg open even more. Really breathe into it. And the lovely thing about holding poses for longer than we might usually is we truly get deeper into the stretches. So all of these that we're going to practice lying on our backs, these ones that open our hips and get into our hamstrings, our legs, they're all really good for splits practice. They're all really good for runners and for anyone that's got tight hips, calves, hamstrings, stiff legs. They're all really good for you. Take a nice deep breath, gently draw that right knee, bending it and bringing it all the way across to your left side, giving yourself a twist. Remember, if you're pregnant, to avoid twisting. So your right leg comes across to the left. Reach your right hand out and gaze down your right fingers. So we always look in the opposite direction of our leg. And that means the twist goes from the base of our spine all the way up to our neck. Reach down those fingertips, deep inhale, exhale, twist. Drawing that right leg across to the left. Again, if you want to get deeper, you can straighten your right leg out and take hold with your left hand, if you've got the space. Breathing into that stretch. Really feel that spine start to wake up as you twist. Twists are really, really nice ways to start to energize the body. They can be energizing, but they can also be relaxing. They're one of my favorite ways to release tension. And give me one more breath here. And then gently bring that leg back to center. Straight your right leg out. Flex the right foot. We're going to get into our hamstrings here. So you can either place your hands on the back of your thigh, on the back of your calf, or if you have the flexibility, reach for your toe. Start to take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, gently pull that leg even closer towards you. So reclined hand big toe pose. Obviously, if you don't have your hands big toe, that's fine. I'm not going to reach for my big toe today because I know that my legs are feeling particularly tight. I'm feeling particularly low energy at the moment, so I don't want to push my body. Take a deep breath, inhale, and as you exhale, pull that knee in. So this is a really good one to do before or after you run. It's a really, really good progressive hamstring stretch. It's also good for healthy knees. So if you're looking to build strength in your knees. And just remember, if you last week could get your hand to your big toe and today you can't, that's absolutely fine. Energy changes. Maybe our body feels a little tight on different days. And ladies, your cycle will play a big part in your practice as well. So if you're at certain stages in your cycle, you might feel more low energy, you might feel a little bit less inclined to go deeper into your poses. And that's absolutely fine. Just trust your body. Take a nice deep breath here. Really, really pull that leg even closer towards you. Lovely. One more deep breath. Bend that right knee. Draw the left knee towards you and take your right ankle to your left knee, placing your palms on the back of your left thigh. Inhale, and as you exhale, start to pull that left leg in towards you. So you're going to feel the right hip opening. You're going to feel a stretch through the right glutes. And with every breath, let's try and pull that left knee in towards us. Reclined pigeon pose. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring that knee towards you. So reclined pigeon, really nice hip opener. Another really good one to do before or after a run. This is one of my favorite ones. I find it really, really satisfying just to pull the leg towards you at the time of your breath. So if you struggle in upright pigeon pose, if you guys have done my classes before, this is a really good one to start to get you ready for that, because it starts to work into the hip, but it doesn't have the pressure of pushing against the floor. It also teaches you how to position your front leg for that upright pigeon. Just gently breathe in, and on the exhale, pull that leg in towards you and really take advantage of holding these poses for longer so you can truly get even deeper into the corners of your body. Give me one more deep breath in. And gently bring both legs back to center. Bring yourself into a tabletop position with your legs. So your feet together. Take a deep breath. You're going to bring that right leg on top of the left, so like you're crossing the legs, into your reclined cow face pose. So almost just like you're sitting in a chair that's on its side with your legs crossed. And then you're going to take hold of opposite feet with your hands. In reclined cow face pose now, we're going to start to pull the feet apart and towards us at the same time. And this pose really increases your hip mobility. It's another really good one for runners, also good for cycling. Anything where you need that nice mobile hips, nice looseness of the hips and the legs. Deep breath inhale. And as you exhale, pull those feet apart and towards you. Really feel that stretch on the outside of the right hip. Another one that I find quite satisfying. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Well done, everyone. Give me one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, just let go of the legs. Straighten your right leg out and draw your left knee in towards you. Inhale to lengthen, dropping those shoulders down. And as you exhale, pull that knee in even closer, stretching the front of your hamstring gently. Maybe start to rotate your ankle both ways. Wiggling your toes as you go, get the synovial fluids flowing around the body. We're just starting to loosen this leg now. Inhale. And exhale, pulling in tighter. Deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. And giving those toes a little wiggle. Give me one more breath here. And gently start to drop that left knee open to the side. We're getting into the left side of our body now. The left hip, the left hamstring. Push down on your right hip bone to keep the pelvis neutral, to keep your spine flat on the mat. Inhale, shoulders down. Exhale, feel yourself melt into the mat. Feel that hip melt open. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Really, really nice. And again, if you want to, you can straighten that left leg out and take hold of your big toe with your fingers. You've got the space, or if it's in your practice, that will get you deeper into your hamstring as well as your hip. And remember, look out for signs of that right hip slightly lifting off the mat, and just push yourself back into the mat. You want to keep that spine flat, the hips aligned, even if it means that you don't get as deep into the stretch on the left side. And take one more deep breath here. And on your exhale, we're going to start to draw that left knee across to the right. So giving ourselves a twist. Reach your left arm out, gaze down those left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, feel that twist in the spine. And if you want to, again, you can take hold of your big toe with your hand. That will get you deep into your hips as well as that twist through the spine. So twists are really good because they compress our organs, release toxins. And when we release twists, it allows fresh blood to flow through our organs. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Give me one more breath here. Really, really feel that twist, easing into it. And then gently draw yourself back to center. Straighten your left leg out, flex the foot. Take the hand either to the big toe, the calf, or the thigh. Keeping your spine nice and flat, inhale. And as you exhale, pull that leg towards you. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Lovely, everybody. Deep breaths, inhale. And exhale. So remember that if you don't want to reach for your big toe today, that's absolutely fine. Even if you did it yesterday, even if you did it last week, just really pay attention to how your body's feeling, how your energy feels. In these slower classes, that's what's really nice. It's just paying attention to your body and just giving it what it wants. Maybe it just wants a gentle stretch today. Maybe it wants you to go slow. Maybe it does want you to reach for your big toe and really get deep into that hamstring. Just paying attention to your energy, to your body. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale, pull that knee in even closer. One more breath here. And gently let go. Bending the left knee, take the right knee towards you. Left ankle comes to the right knee. Reclined pigeon pose. Place your palms on the back of your right thigh and start to draw that leg towards you. As you pull the right leg in, you're going to feel that stretch in the left glute, opening up the left hip. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Getting really, really nice and deep into your hip on the left side. With every breath, pull that leg towards you. And remember, it's good prep for your upright pigeon as well if you ever struggled with that pose. This is a really good place to start. Deep inhale. And exhale, pulling that leg in even tighter. Really, really feeling that opening in the hip. Enjoying the feeling of your body stretching. So indulgent. If it starts to hurt at all, just gently drop yourself out. Give yourself one more deep breath here. And then gently bringing those legs back to center in a tabletop position. Take the left knee over the top of the right, crossing the legs as though you're in a chair on its side. And then take hold of both feet, opposite feet with opposite hands. Start to pull the feet apart and towards you, reclined cow face pose. Getting into the hips, the left hip this time, giving it a nice stretch, increasing mobility in the hips. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Pulling those legs apart and towards you. Really, really feel that stretch through the left hip. Really indulge in it again as well. If you want to, and these ones where you're lying on your back, to gently rock from side to side. If that helps you get deeper into the stretch, maybe it helps release your spine, maybe you like the sensation, that's absolutely fine as well. Gently breathing into that stretch. And then gently letting go. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Apanasana. Give yourself a little rock from side to side to release the spine. And then you're just going to start to rock backwards and forwards and gently bring yourself up to a seated position on your mat. And we're just going to start with a little Baddha Konasana since we were opening up our hips anyway. So bring your feet together like palms. Hands around your toes. Deep breath, inhale. Bound angle pose is one of my favorite hip openers. So inhale, lift through your spine, drawing the shoulders down, and exhale, push the knees apart away from each other and dropping them down on either side of the mat. So bound angle pose opens our hips. It increases blood flow to the pelvic floor, which really gives us that feeling of being wide open. It's a really, really nice pose for hip opening. And again, if you want to go a little further with this, you can push those feet out in front, make it more of a diamond shape with your legs, and start to hinge at the hips, draw yourself forward into a forward fold, bringing your chest towards the feet. So you can still use your elbows to push those knees open. And I like to think in this pose that you're making yourself really small, imagining like someone's going to send you in the pose. Try and keep that back flat as you hinge, as you bring yourself forward. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, start to walk the hands forward, bring the face towards the feet. Deep breath. Really, really enjoying that feeling of pulling yourself deeper into the stretch. Hinging at those hips. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, very gently and slowly rolling up through the spine, unraveling like a chain link. Take your legs out wide into a straddle position, flex your feet. So you're taking your legs into this nice wide straddle. We're going to get a little bit further into our hamstrings, so I'm just feeling like getting into that area today. So this is one of my favorite hamstring stretches. You can keep the feet flexed. It gets deeper into your legs if you do that because you're really engaging, but feel free to point them as well. That's also fine. Just make sure you're doing something with them. They're not just lying dormant. You want to get every single part of your leg involved. So we're going to start to walk our hands forward. So always hold on your inhale. So we inhale, pause, lengthen the spine. Exhale, start to walk the hands forward. And the reason that we go forward on the exhale is that our body allows us that space to move, to let go as we exhale. It really allows us to push deeper into the stretch. Inhale, we pause, we enjoy the feeling of the stretch. Exhale, we walk our hands forward. Even if it's only a millimeter, just try and get a little deeper into the stretch with every breath, progressively getting into those hamstrings. And eventually our aim is that we will get our chest on the mat. And just bring yourself into that deep stretch. Breathing here into your hamstrings, deep inhale. And exhale, try and keep those feet engaged. Try not to forget about them, either keeping them flexed or pointed. It's completely up to you. So this is if you are ever looking to practice box splits, a really, really good one to get into that. You can also do this against a wall, which is a really, really nice sensation of just gently opening your hips. Give yourself one more deep breath here. And then start to walk the hands back into your upright position. And gently, slowly bring the legs back together. Really nice. Point the toes. Bring the palms underneath the small of the back and drop back onto your forearms, pushing the chest up towards the sky and allowing your head to roll the whole way back. Point your toes. Bring yourself into your fish pose so your legs are together like a mermaid's tail. Push that chest up on your forearms. The head rolls back and breathe here. If it feels restrictive in your chest, gently draw yourself out of the pose. Bring yourself up to a seated position and just hug your knees towards you. When you're ready, give me one more breath. And gently, gently walk yourself back into your seated position. Hug your knees in towards your chest, draw your forehead towards your knees and breathe. Let go of the hands and just bring yourself into a cross-leg position on your mat. Start to drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your right arm and just take hold of the left ear. We're just going to get into our necks. Gently start to pull on the left ear, stretching all the way down the left side of the neck, and reach that left arm out. Touch your fingers to the mat. You can also lift your fingers, reach with those fingertips, getting from the tip of your finger all the way to your ear. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And give me one more deep inhale. Gently release the left ear and then drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Bring the left arm up, take hold of your right ear and gently pull to get a deep stretch into your neck, down the right side. Reach that right arm out, touch your fingers to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. If you want to lift your right fingers, by all means, feel energy coming out of those fingertips. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, we're lengthening that side of the body. Really nice. Give me one more deep breath here. Gently let go. Bring your arms in line with your shoulders and we're going to start to hinge across to the right, trying to reach the right side of the room, but try and keep those shoulders in line with those arms in line with your shoulders. So try not to bring one up and one down. Keep them in a nice straight line and hinging across. Keep those bum cheeks planted. Imagine you've been super glued down onto the mat through your sit bones. Reaching, reaching. Feel that stretch through the arms, like you're trying to make your arms longer, like you're trying to get pulled from finger to finger. And then we're going to start to hinge across to the left, reach with that left finger. Deep breath. Keep those bum cheeks planted on the mat. Keep those arms in line with your shoulders. Keep your chest open. Try not to collapse forward. Keep yourself upright. Inhale. Exhale, reaching. Really nice. Keep that neck long. Gently back to center. Draw the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Pull the shoulder blades together and open your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, pulling the shoulders together, getting deeper into that stretch. Exhale. Really nice. Really trying to pull those arms out behind you, creating little chicken wings with your shoulders. Deep inhale, reach the arms up above your head, interlace the fingers and push them up towards the sky as though you're trying to push the air away. Keep the neck long, the shoulders down. Try not to hunch up like that. Just keep yourself nice and lengthened. Always remember, lengthen the shoulders, lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine. Lovely. Take a nice deep breath and start to hinge across to the left, stretching the right side of the body. And then let's hinge across to the right, stretch the left side. Bring yourself back to center. Take your right hand to your left wrist and gently again hinge across to the right, pulling that left arm. Keep those bum cheeks down on the mat. Push into that left hip. Deep breath, inhale. Gently back to center, switch the left hand to the right wrist, pull across to the left side of the room, keep the neck long. Inhale. Exhale, really reach with those right fingers, push into your right hip. Keep those sit bones planted. Gently back to center, lovely. Bring your arms towards the front. Imagine you're hugging that giant beach ball. Interlace the fingers, big circle with your arms. Drop the chin to the chest, create a C shape with your spine and feel those shoulders pulling apart at the back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, really nice, lovely. One more deep breath here. Really push into those shoulders. Gently release, drop your hands down on either side and drop your chin to your chest, keeping the spine long, the shoulders down. Feel a stretch from down at the back of your neck to the top of your spine. And breathe into that stretch. Still keeping the spine straight, the shoulders down. Gently start to lift the head gaze up towards the sky and feel a stretch through your throat from your chin down to your chest. Give me one more deep breath here. Gently back to center. Draw your chin towards your shoulder. It doesn't matter which one, and gently just roll that head from shoulder to shoulder just to loosen the neck. You can send that into a full head roll if you would like. Remember to send it both ways. Really nice. Let's take a little seated spinal twist. Drop your right hand behind you like a secondary spine. Left hand to the outside of your right knee, sitting tall. Inhale, drop the shoulders down. And as you exhale, push that knee away. And remember, if you're pregnant, just to avoid this one, looking all the way behind you and push. Deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling that deep twist in the spine. Deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, push that knee away. So just compressing your organs, breathe into the twist. Remember that back arm is a support pose, not a leaning pose. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we twist. And then gently release that twist, bring yourself back to center. Take the left hand behind like a secondary spine. Right hand to the outside of your left knee, sit tall, inhale. Exhale, push that knee away, twisting through the spine. Really, really nice, deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, gently bring yourself back to center. Place your palms in front and bring yourself into your all fours tabletop position. If all fours hurts your wrist, you're very welcome to take your cat-cow from a seated position. That's absolutely fine. Otherwise, you're going to bring yourself into your all fours, stack the joints, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Keep the spine nice and flat. Push into your palms, your knees, and the tops of your feet, and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, just engage here and just feel the energy from your hands, your knees, and your feet pushing into the mat. Deep breath. And exhale. And let's inhale, start to drop the navel to the floor. Gaze up to the sky, getting into our spines now. Exhale, arch like a scared cat. Crown of the head towards the floor, pushing those shoulders apart. Inhale again, reaching that navel towards the floor, gazing towards the sky, opening your heart center. Exhale, navel to spine, crown of the head to the floor. If you would like to continue in your cat-cow, just mobilizing your spine here by all means. And if you would like to take this further, those of you that want to freestyle this movement, use your breath to just get into all the corners of your body, getting into the little nooks and crannies that you feel need to be just moved, stretched, woken up. Really, really just use this time to freestyle, to get your wiggle on, to get as weird as you like, to just indulge in the fact that you're practicing from home where no one can see what you're doing, so you can really just get your groove on. Maybe you want to wiggle those hips, your bums, get into your shoulders, get into your necks. Maybe you want to turn your wrists around so you're pushing into the front. A really good one if you're practicing arm balances. Really, really nice to do that. Maybe you just want to draw circles with your body, which also helps core, but it's also good for waking up your wrists. Maybe you want to sit all the way back into your child's pose. Reach those fingers out, and maybe you want to push forward into your cobra. Whatever you want to do, really just use this time to wiggle around and push your body into those little positions, those little corners. Really, really just start to feel yourself stretching. And don't forget your breath. Your breath will guide you through the movement. Really take nice, deep, long, indulgent breaths, pushing yourself into all the corners of your body. Really lovely, everybody. Looking good. And everyone on Facebook, I'm sure you're looking lovely as well. Just getting that wiggle on. Get into those bodies. And remember, it doesn't necessarily even have to be yoga here. You can just do whatever you want. Mine very rarely is yoga when I'm truly starting to wiggle my body and just start to warm it up. Really nice, everybody. Give me one more deep breath here. And then gently bringing yourself back into your all fours position. Make sure those feet and knees are parallel out behind you. We're going to drop down onto our forearms. You're going to reach your right arm out in front and take your left arm and post it underneath the right arm, threading the needle, bringing your left ear to the mat. Roll onto that left shoulder and reach that left arm out underneath the right arm. We're rolling onto that left shoulder, really getting into the shoulder girdle. And the further you pull that arm underneath the right arm, the deeper you'll feel that stretch in the shoulders. Truly rolling onto that left shoulder, bringing your ear to the mat. Deep breath, inhale. And if you want to take your right hand to the small of your back, you're also very welcome to do that. I sometimes find that's quite restrictive to my breathing. Really feel that shoulder roll. Deep breath, inhale. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently draw the left arm out. Reaching that left arm out in front. Now take the right arm and post it underneath your left shoulder. Pull that right arm underneath the left arm and roll onto the right shoulder. Bring your right ear to the mat. Deep breath, inhale. Looking underneath your left armpit. Deep breaths, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Really, really pull yourself into that stretch. Remember, the deeper you reach that right arm, the deeper you'll get into your shoulder. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both arms back to center, back to your forearm, all fours position. Reach those arms out in front, and as you do, drop your chest to the mat, take your extended puppy pose. So feet and knees parallel out behind you, your sit bones up towards the sky. Chest down to the mat, gazing straight ahead between your palms, and lift up on your fingertips if you want to, making your hands like little spiders. That will get deeper into your shoulders. So your extended puppy is stretching your chest, your abdomen, your upper back, your shoulders, and the tops of your legs, so your hamstrings, your thighs. Deep breathing here, draw that navel in towards the spine and really feel that stretch. Melting deeper into it. Chest down, sit bones towards the sky. Always gazing between your hands. Give me one more deep breath here. Gently drop your palms and pull your chest all the way along the mat into your Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, looking like one of those little statues in Egypt. Palms down on the mat, forearms parallel. Gaze straight ahead, opening your chest and the shoulders down your spine. And let's not forget about our lower body in this stretch. So I want you to point your toes, engaging at the legs, lift the knees from the mat. And you'll feel that engagement in your glutes, in your hamstrings, in your bums, and in your lower back. So if you're happy in Sphinx, by all means stay here, remembering that engagement. If you'd like to get a little deeper, still keeping that lower back, that lower body engagement, walk the hands back slightly and lift yourself into your cobra. So your forearms will be off the mat. So if you feel like you've got bendier back or you'd like to get deeper into your spine, then try this one. So both of these are really good for lower back pain. Gaze straight ahead, pull those shoulders down, keep those legs engaged and breathe into this stretch. And if you'd like to add some movement, you can start to inhale, drop the chest forward. Exhale, left. Inhale, drop yourself forward. Exhale, left. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lift. Really nice, everyone. Inhale, forward. Nice and gently. Use a nice controlled movement. Exhale, lift. Well done. Give me one more of those. Exhale, lift. Gorgeous. Push up on your palms and take yourself back into an all fours position. We're just going to sit our bums onto our heels and bring ourselves into our thunderbolt pose. Really nice. So we're going to finish up with just a couple of things kneeling. So just bringing your palms onto your knees, spine straight and shoulders down. This is your first option for thunderbolt, which is literally just kneeling. If you would like to go a little further, you can tuck your toes under, sit your bum on your heels, which is going to stretch your arches, the balls of your feet, your heels. It's going to feel a little bit more intense. You're going to feel some deep sensations in your feet. Palms on your knees, sit nice and tall, inhale. Exhale. So the reason that I do thunderbolt is so I can follow it with toes pose. And toes pose stretches the front of our feet and our shins. And it's really good for runners because it stops plantar fasciitis, which is an issue of the connective tissue in the feet that causes chronic heel and foot pain that's really common with runners. So these stretches can just help us to avoid that. So gazing straight ahead, deep breath, inhale. Exhale, really feel that sensation in the back of your feet if you are in your toes tucked under. Remember that it's completely optional. Take a nice deep breath one more time. Untuck your toes. Sit your bum on your heels. Reach your hands behind you, planting the palms, slightly bending the elbows, and start to lift those knees, rolling onto the tops of your feet in your toes pose. And if you feel like this is a little bit too much, gently drop yourself out. Right, we're just going to take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring yourself forward. Back into your kneeling position. You can start to walk your hands forward and bring your arms down by your side into a child's pose. Give yourself a little breath. Really nice, gently bring yourself back into an upright position. Untuck your legs. Bring your feet flat, arms in line with your legs. You're just going to start to gently roll down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Peel yourself down. If you go nice and slowly, you'll get a nice little core engagement as well. Peeling one vertebrae at a time. Melting yourself back down onto the mat. Drop your arms down on either side of your hips. Knees bent and draw your heels in towards your bum. Feet about hip width apart. Knees and feet parallel like train tracks, and glue your spine to the mat. So if your spine's flat, your pelvis will have a very gentle tilt to it, only noticeable to you. Bring the palms on either side of the hips. Spread those fingers wide, shoulders down, deep breath, inhale. Exhale, start to lift the hips as though someone's got a piece of string in your pelvis and is pulling you up towards the sky into your shoulder bridge. You can walk your shoulders together and interlace the fingers underneath your back if you want to. I want you to make sure that your feet and knees stay parallel, your feet stay flat, and if they do, you'll notice that nice engagement in the glutes and the hamstrings. So this is a really, really good stretch. It's good for your back bends, good for your shoulders. It's really good for glute and hamstring strength. It's good for your pelvic floor, so if you've had a baby, or if you are pregnant, or just everyone, we should always be working on our pelvic floor strength. It's a really good one just for practicing Kegels, breathing into that pelvic floor. It's also really good for anxiety, it's stress and insomnia. So if you're feeling a little bit tense at the moment, if your energy is not quite right, this is a really good one to practice. And it's a really nice one to finish with. It's a nice one to do at the end of the day when we're winding down to bed. Just keeping those hips nice and high. Keep breathing in into this stretch. And give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently let go with your hands and roll that spine all the way back down onto the mat. Drawing your knees in towards your chest and gently rocking from side to side up and asana, releasing the spine. If you want to, you can also take a happy baby, bringing your fingers around your big toes and drawing your knees towards you. And just take one more deep breath here. And then gently release. Start to straight that body out, reaching the arms above your head, point your fingers, point your toes, reaching, full body stretch from one side of the room to the other. Imagine someone's got you by the fingers and someone's got you by the toes. Pour all your tension into this stretch. Everything that you're feeling, all your physical tension, all your mental tension as well, anything that's stressing you out, really use it here. Pulling yourself from one side of the room to the other. Imagine you're adding inches onto your body and forget everything I've told you to do. Pull those shoulders up to the ears. Give yourself a million double chins. Screw those facial features up. Make the ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Reaching from one side of the room to the other. Give me 5, 4, build it all up, big old tension bomb. We're going to throw everything back out into the universe. 3, even all the things that are stressing you out, what's making you sad, angry, what's making you upset. Pour it all in. 3, 2, and 1. Let go. Bring the arms down by your side. Feet falling open. Palms facing up to the sky. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand your abdomen. And exhale. Release the breath. Navel to spine. So taking whatever you need for your relaxation. Water, blankets, jumpers, socks, cushions, dimming the lights, popping on some music, whatever you want to do. And as always, if you don't want to stay for Shavasana, that's absolutely fine. I will not be offended if you log off. I know it's not for everybody. Those of you that are staying, find your space. Bring yourself down onto the mat into a comfortable position. Let your palms fall open, your feet fall open. Close your eyes and melt down into your mat. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose, expanding your abdomen, drawing you back to where you were at the beginning of the class. And as you exhale, reverse the breath from navel to spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. And bringing yourself back to where you were. So tuning out your distractions, thoughts and worries. Tuning into your breath, tuning into your bodies. Allowing yourself to just check in with those key tension points. Making sure you're drawing those shoulders down. Making sure you're softening your features. Unlocking your jaw. Unclenching the back teeth and drawing the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. Maybe reach for that imaginary broom again and sweep the mind clear of any clutter. So we can focus in on our breath. And allow that breath to flow through you, cleansing you from the inside out. Deep inhale and exhale. Let's take our attention down towards our feet, feeling them fall open on the mat, each toe unraveling one by one. Ankles, calves, knees and thighs becoming lightweight on the mat. All the way up to the base of your spine and feeling each vertebrae unravel one by one, sinking into the ground. All the way up to your shoulders and feeling them pull away from your ears, gliding down your spine. Arms lying lightweight at your side as though the batteries have fallen out of you. Palms open and fingertips unwrapped. Allow your neck to grow long as your shoulders glide away from your ears. Your head light as it's free of worry. Facial features gentle, neutral, soft. Jaw unlocked. And finally, take your attention to your chest and abdomen. That slow and steady rise and fall of your breath being your guide. Focusing in on that rhythm. Allowing yourself these moments. Allowing yourself to let go completely. And I'm not going to ask you to completely tune out. If you would like to, that is fine. But if you feel that that's just not in your practice today, then feel all your feelings, allow them to flow through you as you breathe into your body. And if there's anything in there that you don't want, draw it in on the breath, and as you exhale, push it away. And just use the breath to try and cleanse your mind, cleanse your body. Allowing yourself to sink deeper into the mat, become lighter, become calmer. Using this time entirely for you. As you inhale and exhale. And gently wiggle your fingers and your toes to draw awareness back into your body. Pulling your knees into your chest and gently rocking from side to side to release the spine on the mat. Bringing yourself all the way over onto the right hand side into a fetal position. And then bringing yourself up to seated on your mats. Palms on your knees. Sitting nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, let out a deep sigh, like you're letting everything go. And again, deep inhale. And release. And once more, just for luck, biggest sigh, inhale. Pull your palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much, as always, for practicing with me. It is an absolute delight to spend my evenings with you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Namaste.